in the room. Woo! Welcome.
I went live.
How exciting. Asma is absolutely amazing, guys. It is such an honor to be on her team and to work under her and for her. We make a big deal out of, being a woman-led company with her. We celebrate that, we honor that, but I'm here to tell you this. You could put her in any boardroom, in any company. Man, woman, alien, I don't care. Asma will rock them all. So we honor her, her vision, and what brought us to here today. Absolutely. It feels like people are a little excited. All right, I love it. So to introduce myself, I'm Justin Sarek. I've been with the company almost 10 years now, if you can believe that. I started out actually as general manager of North America for a little over 6 years, and then moved into a global role to take what we had pioneered here in North America into our other global markets and really put them on that same trajectory that North America was on. And as the opportunity arose, Asma and she approached me and said, hey, you know what? I think you should move back into that role and we should take this next gen launch to the next level. So I said, I'm all in for that. I love coming back here. I feel like I'm back home again in this role, and it's exciting. Now, sometimes I get a little bit, I don't know, people feel like I'm kind of like superhuman doing a lot of stuff, but when I come to these events, I figure it out. Because I get people that come up to me and they're like, man, thank you so much for taking, this is Betty, I sent you that email and she got into the event, and I'm like, she's talking about Justin Quinn, okay? And then I'll meet people, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, I watch all of your videos online, and I have to admit, you're taller than I thought you would be. Yeah, that's Justin Quinn.
Shots fired.
So I'm just one person. We have an amazing team who has created everything that you're going to see today, and I'm so excited for you to see. You ready to get into the details? All right, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to go fast. We're going to go furious here. I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at you because I got to get through a lot of content, and then we're going to go into a training session. Got two amazing social marketers to help train you on what we're going to talk through, so we're going to jump in here, okay? First thing I want you to get is there's a little bit of terminology change. Okay, so one of the things that we wanted to do was simplify and streamline our language just a little bit so that it was a little bit more in line with what has become normal kind of e-commerce speak, right? So our Live Clean credits, you're going to hear us talk to them about as shopping credits, right?
Yeah.
Smart Shift, you're going to hear us refer to that as subscription.
Oh, I love
Smart
it.
Shift and Save, subscribe and save. Okay, so we're going to replace those terms. You'll hear us talk about that. I know sometimes it takes a while to, change the language, so it's okay if you say those for a little while, but we're trying to change that language so that our customers, when they hear us explaining things, they know exactly what we're saying, and we don't have to define undefined terms, okay, because that takes time. So it's one of the simplifications. So here we go into the next gen of social retail. It's called the VIP list, and it's got everything your customers need under one program. Now I'm going to explain to you how simple and easy the VIP list is. The only thing that you or your customers have to do to get onto the VIP list is simply subscribe and save. Okay? Now the foundation of this program is very similar to something we already know and understand. We've just branded it a little bit to put a little bit of structure around it, but it's still the same 5, 10, 15% program. That's the foundation, okay? So we're all familiar with that. We know how that works, right? We get that monthly savings up to 15%. We all know how that works, and we still have the free shipping on 8 items or more. So that basis of that, still the same, okay? Now let's get into what is new and what's changing and what are the programs going to happen. So you heard Asma talk about this, bigger customer rewards. Huge focus on that. Big time, more customer referrals. You're going to see that program come to light here, and we wanted to make it simple and easy. You needed to be able to explain this to your customers like that. They needed to be able to understand, and they needed to be able to recognize the benefits that came for doing the behaviors that we want them to do, right? It doesn't matter if we put a really great reward somewhere in a customer program if they don't understand how to go achieve it, right? So you're going to see how this all fits together, and what we're really driving to is more adoption for subscription, because we know that drives retention. And one of the biggest areas that we're going to explode here is our customer-to-customer sharing.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that our social marketers know how to get some customers, okay? Am I right? You guys have blown our minds with the vision of what could be accomplished with the building the customer pods. But we look at all of these millions of customers, and we've had one of those what if moments. And we've had some of those kind of what if moments along this journey. We had some 8 years ago when we were creating social retail, and we just simply asked the question of what if? What if we could take those customers and that customer pod, what if we could double that?
Yeah.
What if we could triple it? What if through those customers, that pod could double, triple, quadruple? Would that change people's businesses just a little bit? Would that change the opportunity that we had to offer? You better believe it, so you're gonna see how that comes together. Okay, we're focused on retention. Now, what we're trying to drive is your customer from that first interaction and that first order, we're trying to get them to month 3. Because what we notice at month 3 is that our retention gets really sticky. Right? It's probably not a surprise, but we lose the most people between kind of month 1 and month 2. Those that don't give the product enough time to really get the benefit, or they don't really adopt it into their routine. It doesn't change their routine. But once we get them to month 3 and beyond, they get really sticky. Have you seen that in your own businesses? Okay, so for our focus, we put this together and we said, we want a strategy to drive them from that first interaction all the way to month 3. And I want to show you how this works. This is simple, easy for you to explain, and you'll be able to show your customer these benefits along the way. That's the biggest key. Okay, so we still have our Share the Love program, as we have it today. We love our Share the Love program, pioneers in the industry. And we have the VIP savings, okay, which is a subscribe and save program. Those are what we know and understand. But we've got some enhancements. Are you ready for these?
Yes.
Okay, first thing is now our Share the Love and discounts are going to stack. Okay, so
that is
you've
so
noticed
smart.
probably when your kind of new customers went in there, like the $10 would turn into like $6.30, and the subscription was here, and your customer's like, "You told me $10." You're like, "Can't you add? That is $10." So we did it. Okay, we created confusion, slowed things down. We maybe have had some customers that pulled the eject cord because we know that we're skeptical by nature.
Yeah.
And any little thing kind of can spook people, right? And that first, before they get to know us, before they fall in love with the product. So we want to remove any of that friction. So we're going to stack that.
I know, I love that.
I did my job.
I know,
I get to roll
huge.
out the gates.
So many more people will do a sponsorship. You save more money.
Next, we want to be able to give more credit for your customers towards their VIP tier. Now, how are we going to do that? It's really simple. We're adding a program here, a program change, where if an item is $65 or more, if they buy it in quantity, that quantity counts towards their VIP tier. Okay? So take, for example, trim.
Oh,
Somebody
yes.
bought 5 bottles of chocolate trim.
Oh.
That's 5 VIP points.
Yes!
For our everyday essential products that are under 65, it's still, as many as they buy, it still just counts as 1. Okay, so it's the items that are over 65. So that's going to give people some great opportunity to drive that tier even higher. Now, you're going to love this next one. Okay, this next one. So we give our subscription savings on people on their smart shifts. And we know at times customers need to come in and buy this, or they need to buy that. We run a promotion and they want to buy it. And today it's like, there's like this secret code. Do you remember like the old Nintendo where it was like left, left, right, A, B, B, A, right? And then you could like unlock the code. Like some of you have figured out this code of like, they ran a promotion. So go to the website, click on your smart ship manager, A, B, right, right, left, right, and you'll get the discount. And it's just weird, right? It's friction. So we said, why don't we just give them everyday savings on every order?
Yes.
So anytime your customer comes back between their subscription orders and places orders in that month, they're going to get their discount. Simple, okay? Easy. So it's going to drive more purchasing. People need to replace something. They want to take advantage of a promotion or whatever. They just go in and shop. And their savings is built in, okay? Now, what else does that do? All of those things we talked about, it gives you more ammunition, as it were, to put somebody into the subscribe and save program. We're trying to arm you with these benefits because we know that when they adopt subscription, they retain longer. Okay, so we're trying to drive that behavior. So we want to give you more things to say, hey, you want to put this on, you're going to get that on every order that you place from now on. Okay, so it's a great benefit. So those things are going to continue on throughout the months as long as they keep that subscription order going. And now I want to talk to you about the program. I don't know if I'm most excited about this program. They're all so exciting. But this program, I think, is really going to revolutionize the industry. I think it's going to revolutionize e-commerce. And you're seeing it first here. This is our new customer sharing program, okay? You're seeing today the first ever time-bound code sharing program for customers. And I'm here to tell you, mark my words, in a couple of years, you're gonna see this everywhere. Okay, but it's right here first. Now, what does time-bound code sharing do for our customers? Is it creates a little bit of urgency. And we kind of understand that urgency is a motivator, right? Let me illustrate. Do you guys remember like 2 years ago when you all felt a little bit of urgency when you walked into the store and saw that? That created a little bit of urgency.
Not wrong.
You're all laughing like that. Oh, those idiots. Well, this was you. Right? Here's the thing. When something is scarce, it all of a sudden creates urgency. When something something has a limited time, it creates urgency. And urgency motivates. So when I say, do I think we can double, triple, quadruple our pods? I absolutely think we can. We call it the Friends and Family Program. Here's what it is. Your customers are going to get 3 special one-time codes to share with 3 friends.
Wow.
Here's how it works. They subscribe and save, so they're part of the VIP program. That's step 1. After that first order processes, they come back to the website, they go to their account, and they're able to generate those 3 codes. And then they can simply share them with their friends and family. And what they can do is that it works like a double share the love. So remember, we said we used to run that as a promotion and we saw our numbers spike? So we said, why don't we just institutionalize it? Why don't we just build it in and give it to everybody every time? So they get that $20 off, and the referring customer is going to get $20 back in credit. So they can make up to $60 with those 3 codes super fast, right? So they're unique, so they're individualized codes, they're one-time use, and they expire in 10 days after that first order. So we're going to create a little bit of urgency with our customers to share those. Now, I don't want urgency to be confused with pressure. Okay? Sometimes we feel like, man, urgency, that feels like you're trying to force me into. What we're doing here is we're giving extra benefit, right? You're actually helping your customer get more product credit, right? So you have something special to offer. We're not pressuring them into doing something, we're giving them an opportunity to take advantage of a really great deal that happens to have a time-bound element to it. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Okay. We were putting this thing together, and originally we were thinking, this is going to be a great customer program. You know, social marketers, they do their things, whatever. But this is our great customer program. We're going to really explode our customer pods. And then we were having some conversations with some of our social marketers who were helping advise us on this. And we were thinking, why wouldn't we do that for social marketers? Why wouldn't we do that for social marketers? Why wouldn't we want a social marketer who just gets started in the business to get those 3 codes themselves to start their customer pod off, right? And it was one of those like obvious like duh moments, you know, like yes, of course we do. So you're going to see a little bit later how we're going to integrate that into our daily method of operation, our DMO. When you get somebody launched as a social marketer, you're going to use those friends and family codes to kick off that process. Does that make sense? And you're going to see how you multiply that out, and we can help people hit those promoter ranks using the Friends and Family program themselves first, and then leveraging those referrals from their customers. Okay? It's going to be powerful. It's going to be really, really powerful. Once you get that snowball rolling, whoo, it's going to be huge. All right. So our sharing program. You guys excited about that? Friends and Family? I love it. All right. Now, woo! All right. We've got our customers now hopefully they're approaching month 2. Hopefully we've got them a little bit of extra credit with the Friends and Family program. They're feeling excited, they're getting their discounts, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to put a little carrot or a little bogey on month 2 just because they could see something to make sure that month 2 order processed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give savings on their month 2 subscription order just right out of the gates. They're gonna get 20 bucks off month 2 order, okay? So not only can they save up to 15%, but all they have to do is let that second month order process and they got 20 bucks. It's sitting there waiting for them when that processes, okay? That's awesome, right? We're trying to move them from month 1 into month 2, and people hate to lose free stuff. They hate it. So when they feel like, I got that $20, ah man, I don't know, this style sale, I love it, but my husband's nagging me, and like, you know, it's like, no, they're gonna get that $20 off, and they're gonna be super excited about it. So we're moving them now from month 2 into month 3, and this is where I keep saying we're gonna change the game with every one of these programs. But guys, this loyalty program, woo! We are gonna light some people up with this loyalty program. Nobody has this in the industry. So we learned it by that premium program, as Oscar alluded to. We saw that group of customers who were in premium, they retained way higher and they bought more product, okay? So we said, why don't we institutionalize that as well? So starting with month 3 and every order thereafter, they're gonna get a loyalty match equal to their discount tier, all right? Starting at month 3. So that's gonna put pressure on people to want to be at that top tier. Because if you're going to get a match, don't you want to get the highest match you can get? So we're going to drive those basket sizes up. We're going to drive that consistency in order, and we're going to get it. So here's how it works. It's super simple and straightforward. They get that 15% off. They can see it right there on the order. And I really wanted to make sure that people could see that, I'm saving with my discount tier, and I'm saving with a loyalty program, like separate lines on the promotion item, right? So they save their 15%, then that price of 85 bucks, they save another 15% off of that. That equals up to 27% savings, right? Huge, right? So you're gonna be able to promote that. You're gonna be able to use language like, at month 3 and beyond, that's when we offer our best savings for our loyal customers. Our best savings come at month 3 and beyond, right? And then just for fun, we wanted to make sure we were rewarding people for hanging around, being loyal. We're gonna give a $50 anniversary credit for everybody. That's gonna be the anniversary of their deal. Now, this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool program. Here's why. So, say you've got a customer who's been super loyal, they've been ordering all month, or excuse me, all year, they get that $50 credit. That's a really great thank you for being a loyal customer. Well, guess what else it does? Let's say you had a customer that maybe fell out. Maybe they haven't ordered for the last few months, and they get that product credit. Guess what that is? It's a reactivation opportunity. And we'll let you know when those are hit triggering so you can follow up with those customers. All right?
So
you guys
smart.
excited?
Yeah!
I'm excited too. All right, so check this out.
Oh my God, it's so close. Excited? I was zoomed in on your face.
simple. You're going to be able to explain to your customer now, super simply, from that first order, when they're just getting started, how easy is it going to be for you to explain to them the benefits of being part of the VIP program, saving 50% on that first order and every order thereafter, a free $20 waiting for them on month 2, and the loyalty match kicking in at month 3. You're going to explain that to them right from the very beginning so they understand where those benefits come in. Do you see what I'm saying? You're already pre-programming that with your customer, and our retention is going to go through the roof. You guys excited? Yeah. Now let's talk for just a moment about some of the details of some of the changes. Okay, so I showed you kind of all the new stuff and what we're kind of changing to. So just a kind of a quick understanding of some of the things that are changing. Okay, so again, some of our programs, we love them. We've gotten used to them. They're part of our systems, but we're moving to this new thing that is going to be better and help us move faster. So our Share the Love 25% reward program is ending. Our Friends and Family Code program is going to kick off on Monday. All right, so that's going to start for your new customers. That Share the Love 25%, that will actually end at the end of the month. So anybody that's kind of getting it through March will still get it. It'll end at the end of the month, and then we'll be into the new program. Right? The Smart Ship Longevity Rewards program we have today, the one that like nobody understands, yeah, that one, it's going away on April 1st, and the match program and the $20 bonus is replacing that, okay? The birthday credit program is moving to the anniversary credit. Now, let me just explain something about the birthday credit program that we found really interesting when we started looking at the data. We got some really smart data people, and one thing we started to notice was that everybody's birthday was on the day they enrolled as a social marketer or a customer. It was the weirdest thing. And all of a sudden, we're like, that is so cool. On everybody's birthday, they sign up for Modere. So, yeah, you know what you're doing. You saw. So it's the new anniversary credit
Oh my
program.
gosh.
You know who you are. All right. Our premium Smart Ship customers that are in that program today, there's going to be no change with them, okay? So they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. If they ever do cancel, they can jump back in and they'll be in the new program, okay? They don't get to double that discount. They're already maxing it out, right? So that program's just going to stay the same, all right? We good? Okay. What about customers and social marketers, okay? So everything we talked about is for our social marketers with the exception of that $20 credit. We're gonna leave that second month $20 credit exclusively for our customers, okay? But all of the rest of that, our social marketers are gonna take advantage of, all right? So that's for all of you and all your people. Now, one point I wanna make really quickly on the Friends and Family Codes. So I explained to you how it works for our customers. After that first subscription order is when they're eligible to kick off those codes, okay? For our social marketers, the way we're gonna do that is we're basically just gonna give it to everybody that enrolls, okay? So it's gonna be super simple, there's no special requirements, so everybody that enrolls as a social marketer, they're gonna get the Friends and Family Codes, because we really wanna make that a part of how they roll their business, okay? All right, you're gonna see some great enhancements to the website. We've added some new things so that people can see their VIP discount level. We've updated the shopping flows, our checkout process, the customer sign up. We've updated that. You'll see that here in a moment. We've added a special landing page called the VIP list landing page. There's a kind of a longer form video of the one you just saw that explains everything to your customer. It's going to live on that page. So it's going to be a really great resource for you. And then we've updated and made the subscription manager simpler. Okay? I'm going to show you just a couple of the updates because I want you to understand. It's pretty intuitive, but when things change on the website, I like to make sure you understand those changes. Okay, so here's kind of the product detail page before, and you'll notice, it might be kind of hard to see there, but you'll notice on the price, what we've added below the price in the new one is actually what they will pay, right? So that's kind of between what they can pay, so they can get it right there, okay? And we've added some places where they can get the more information about being a VIP. All right, on the shopping cart today, you remember there's kind of these two buttons when you get to the shopping cart. And one's like check out with Smart Ship and Save or just check out. We've simplified that, so the new one, you're just gonna click checkout, okay? We're gonna take care of the subscription on the next page. So it's a little simpler, all right? And again, we've added in that savings amount even on that cart page so they can see what their potential savings is based on how many points they end up with. Okay, pretty cool. So, like I said, we've simplified that cart, so then they come to the checkout, And we brought back our cool little bar. Some of you remember the little bar that we had that would show people where they were in the process of getting kind of the next discount tier. So we've added back in that subscription opt-in, the VIP tier bar, and we've made it a really easy way for them to add more items right from here. Okay, you see that little button that says add items? So if they're not all the way up and they can see, whoa, I just need one more product to get 10%, like they can click that button and add products really easy. Okay? So I think that's going to help. Okay, I'm really excited about our customer programs, everything that you're seeing with that, but I really want to help you understand something really important that we also worked on, is that we wanted to make sure that we had this awesome customer program, but that we had a support system that mirrored it for our social marketers, okay? We've learned and we understand that the power of the social retail model is the power that you have with your customer pod. And so we really want to arm you to be able to move your customers through these programs. And you're going to be really excited to see how we've done that, and you're going to get the training on that here in a moment. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek, okay? So first thing is we've added some new reports for the back office, okay? So you're going to see some reports in there, like you see the friends and family report, so you can see the customers in your pod and how many codes they have left and when they expire. Like that's going to be there in your back office, okay? A little report for you, so you can do that follow-up. You're going to see a customer sales by product report, so you can choose a product and see who's buying it in your pod. That'll be really cool, right? Some striking distance, and then even some of our existing reports, like the pod report and others, we've enhanced some features. So we've added in columns so that you can see where a customer is in their loyalty journey, how many months they are.
Oh my gosh.
So you can do that follow-up with them. Added the LCC credits, kind of all of those things are in those reports, all right? Now, I got one more exciting announcement. You guys ready? You're like, I can't take anymore! That's so good. But there's more. Okay, we are launching an amazing tool that's really going to revolutionize your business. It's a new feature that's being added to the Modera Life app called Pulse. All right, this feature, this new feature that's going to be added into the report is designed to give you easy and direct follow-up with your customer base. All right? Now, there's a reason why we wanted to do this on the app, because when we create this, you're going to see actionable intel now. You're going to see, how do I follow up with my customers? So this is a simple example of your friends and family report, where you can see so-and-so has X number of codes left, and they can do a follow-up. You just click that person, you get a little canned message there, okay? It's awesome, right? Yeah. You can customize that message, and then look down there on the bottom, you can see, you can email this, you can text it, or you could copy it, right? So if you're working with somebody, a DM or whatever, you can do it that way. Now here's the most important part about using it on a native app. When you, for example, text that, guess what happens? It comes from your phone to your customer, right? So that's really, really important, because your customer is not getting a text from some weird 5-digit number that like feels like spam. They get the message from you. Does that make sense? It's coming from you today. So you'll be able to do that follow-up, track those things, check them off the list, and move forward. It's going to be super powerful for you, and I'm excited for you to see it. Now, here's what we're going to roll out with on phase 1, okay? You're going to have details about subscription, and you're going to love what we've done there. We've broken that up by VIP tiers, okay? So you'll be able to click on that, and you'll be able to see all of your subscriptions that are coming up for the next 7 days, okay? And what you're going to be able to see is by tier where they are. So, for example, if I have a tier with people with 4 items on their subscription. Do you think that's going to be somebody you want to follow up with? Guess what the canned message says, and you can customize it. It's like, hey, so-and-so, did you know if you add one more item, you can double your discount? Let me help you add an item, and let's get you a double discount, right? So you'll see it broken up that way, super easy follow-up right from you. The first order, so you can do follow-up with your customers directly that way. You're going to love that. You're going to see an inactive and active report as well, so you can see your customers that are purchasing and maybe some that have stopped purchasing, so you can do follow-up that way. And then the friends and family code information is going to be loaded in as well. So you'll see those. In the future, we're going to add more. Okay? We're going to add some follow-up for you for customers that have shopping credits sitting on their account. We're going to give you insight into the loyalty counter so you can follow up before month 2 or month 3 when you know that the really great benefit is just around the corner. We're going to also give you some insight into what we call pending subscriptions. So when a subscription, somebody needs one of those taboo buzzers every time I say it. So whenever there's a pending subscription, what that means is, hey, here was a subscription order that was supposed to fire today, and for some reason it didn't fire. Okay? So that might be credit card or whatever. We can't, for privacy rules, we can't be like, yo, your customer's credit card didn't go through. They probably have no money in their bank. So we can't tell you that. But we can tell you, hey, these are subscriptions that they're pending right now. They didn't go through. They didn't process. So we can follow up, okay? The anniversary credits, and then we're going to add other enhancements too. We're going to import more information into that friends and family report, showing some more of the expiration data. So we wanted to get it launched, which we did, but more stuff is coming. All right, pretty exciting? Okay. So again, this is designed for direct communication to your personal customers. Now I want to make one thing clear, which is just a kind of a rule or regulation. So what this is designed to do, it's going to be designed to communicate with your first level customers. Okay, now here's the reason why. There's privacy rules and laws that don't allow us to give you kind of those next layers in the pod. And part of the reason is kind of obvious, right? It's like if somebody 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 kind of customer pod linked down into your organization, like they get a text message from some number that they don't know by somebody that they might not know, that's weird, right? And it might be like, my customer will be like, what the heck? So it's just your personal frontline customers, but that pod report will give you all of the rest of the information. Now, this is another really cool feature. You're going to be able to see really easy what your customers are ordering right at your fingertips. You can click that order detail right there, and boom, you can see what was in that order. So you can customize that message much easier just by seeing what was in their order right there on the app. Super simple and straightforward. So again, that message comes from your email, your text. And if you are doing direct message with somebody, it's really simple for you to copy that or even just write your own, and then there'll be a button that says mark as complete. So if you're following up with somebody in like a different app or a different platform, you can still track it, you just mark it as complete because you know you sent it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, okay? Is that cool? Yeah. And then again, the rest of that information for your pod is available for you in the back office. So you still can see like other customers and other information that you might need. Woo! Man, I'm pretty excited. So, I'm really excited because later in the show this afternoon, we are actually going to share with you how we're going to launch all of this, okay? We're going to hold that announcement back because we didn't want anyone to rush the stage before the event was over. So we're going to hold back how we're going to roll this thing out, but I'm here to tell you, whew, I hope you got a lot of sleep coming into this event because you are going to be sleeping for the next couple of months, okay? I'll tell you that. And so you're going to see how we're going to roll this thing out. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to understand, you know, I rolled out for you, hey, how does this work for my new customers? Okay, I get it when they come on. We're going to show you how it works for existing people, and we're going to blow your mind with some new launch announcements, okay? Woo! Are you guys ready to get some intense training now? Okay. I'm super excited because we've got Andrea Gephardt, we got Ashley Weisel, they are on tap.